Genau. So, gerade mal eben die Quest hier abgeben. Nice, E plus Ingenuity. Wo ist da? Es heilt EP beim Rumlaufen. Ja, Olivia, fuck you, du kriegst keinen Blind mehr, Mann. Ist ja mega gut. Ja, richtig gut, ey. Phantom Pain. Ich hätte ganz schön, wenn irgendjemand schon White Gehenna lernen könnte. Was brauche ich für White Gehenna? Steht doch hier drin. 10 davon und 4 davon. Ich habe halt kein einziges Windding, sonst hätte ich es halt schon. Das sind 3 Wind. Habe ich irgendwas, was mehr 3 gibt? Du gibst auch noch 3. Nur 1. Du gibst 4. Absorb. Könnte ich raustun eigentlich. Für irgendwas. Für Evade zum Beispiel. Absorb kommt raus. Nicht für Yin Yang. Shield. Ja, doch für Shield 2. Chloe kann übrigens mal Yin Yang kriegen. Olivier kriegt Start Hit 2. Absorb. Das sollte ihnen White Gehenna geben. Jawohl. Nice. EP-Card habe ich schon drin. Gut. Ansonsten hast du sonst irgendwas, was ich dir was Besseres geben kann? EP2 wäre nice, aber nee. Gut. Dann können wir zu den Embassies gehen. Das ist überraschend groß hier. This should be the ambassador's office. Shall we say hello to Elsa? Alright, let me introduce you. Yes, come in. Pardon us, Elsa? Why then, Silvertech, hello, come in. Last I heard you'd returned to Calvard. What's an old dog like you doing back here in Granza? Well, let's just say this old dog had a twig or two more to show off. I'll likely be here in the bird for a while. To be expected of an A1 brace, I suppose. You never let up, do you? So, who's this with you? A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I'm Mr. Bride of the Bracer Guild. These are our, assistants, Olivia Laneheim and Chloe Wins. A pleasure, Ambassador? It's a pleasure to meet you, Ambassador. The pleasure is mine. I'm Elsa Cochrane, Calvard's ambassador to Liberia. I get the feeling this is a bit more than a social call, though. I'm afraid so. So the party asked about the threatening letter the embassy received. Ah, that letter, yes. You're helping the Royal Army investigate the matter, then? Technically, yes. Threats of terrorism aren't exactly something the guild can ignore either, though. Would you mind helping us out? Well, I suppose. We're well stuck into the situation after all. What would you like to know? Well, to start with, do you have any idea who would have sent that letter? Like, does anyone in the Republic oppose the signing of a pact, or... Well, of course. We're looking at one after all. Huh? Elsa, please, try not to tease the kids too much, okay? Well, the truth, then. I'm pretty sure I've chewed your ear off about Erebonia enough for you to know that what I think, Well, yes. Still, Miss Bright, don't misunderstand me. President Rocksmith and Parliament have already approached the pact. My personal feelings won't get in the way of my job. Alright. Is there anyone else from Calvard who might oppose the pact? Oh, certainly. They are all tiny groups, though. And to be honest, there's no real reason to oppose this anyway. No reason I don't quite follow. It's not worth bothering. The pact doesn't have any practical effect. It's simply agreeing to a statement we shall not rely on violence to solve international problems and negotiate instead. It's more of a declaration than anything else, but it is a little more than a promise which can be broken without consequence, save for loss of faith, no? Precisely. The worst it could do would be to rally other countries against the aggressor. Now it's true that relations between Erebonia and Calvard have gone even worse than usual over the past decade, so there's some value in establishing Liberia as a place where we can negotiate. But again, who'd bother opposing that? Yeah, it doesn't really seem like the thing you'd send a bunch of threatening letters about. Royal Ambassador Cochrane, if you don't believe someone from Calvard is the perpetrator, then whom do you suspect? Well, my gut, of course, tells me to blame it all on the Erebonian, the militaristic hawk faction specifically, but frankly, if they have that new engine on the line, they aren't so stupid as to cut off their noses to spite their faces. The new engine? Wait, you mean the one from the essay? Yes, an engineering sample we provided to both Calvard and Erebonia. It'll happen right after the signing, in fact. Whoa. Ah, it's to be expected of Queen Alicia. She holds both Empire and Republic in the palm of her hand. Yes, I have to admit, she's handled this masterfully. That cutting-edge engine is going to birth a whole new generation of airship designs, and Alicia is practically handing it out so long as you sign this agreement. I'm playing nice with it and each other at least for a while. Even the most testosterone-poisoned ninnies among the Erebonian hawk wouldn't want to miss this chance. Yeah, I guess so. Which means, of course, that the possibility that either the Republic or the Empire interfering directly is pretty low. Indeed. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. No, you are a big help. Just being able to cross suspect off the list helps a lot. Oh, speaking of which, so, we'd like to ask you about something else. Estelle asked Ambassador Cochrane about Rolent's parents. Harold Hayworth, a merchant from Crossbell. I can't say it rings any bells, I'm sorry. He's never visited the embassy, at least. Darn, well thanks. Do remember that Crossbell sits directly between Erebonia and Calvard, however. You may want to inquire at the Erebonian embassy as well. Okay, thanks, Ambassador. And thanks for being so open with us. You're quite welcome. I'm glad I could help. By the way, you said your name was Estelle Bright. You wouldn't happen to be Brigadier General Bright's daughter? Oh, you know that. Haha, of course. The heroic vanquisher of the Imperial Army, now the head of Liberia's Royal Army. I'd heard he had a daughter, but I didn't expect to meet you like this. Well, I'm just kind of an inexperienced newbie myself, still. You're off to a good start, then, I think. We at the embassy have relied on the guild a number of times in the past. Should the time come again, I hope you'll aid us, Miss White. Well, if a chance comes up, sure. Well, we'll see you around. Ich weiß nicht, ihr Gesicht kommt mir immer noch zu bekannt vor, als dass ich sage, ah ja, die wird definitiv keine böse Rolle mehr spielen. Ich fände interessant, wenn sie keine böse Rolle mehr spielt und wir sie erst wieder in Kuro vielleicht wieder nochmal sehen. Hello, Virgin. You've been well, I hope. Olivier, where in the hell have you been? Why, I've been places. What's wrong? What's wrong, he says. You've been totally incommunicado ever since you went to Elmo. Major Vander's about ready to throw you out a window. He wishes to launch me like a love rocket. Adorable. Olivier, did you seriously forget the time you and the embassy were with us? When wandering the roads, hunting for love, one must be discreet and secretive. Well, Virgin, may we enter? Can't say no to you, but, who's with you? Oh, we're from the Reise Guild. We'd like to ask the ambassador a few things, if that's okay. We thought we'd try having Olivier introduce us. Oh, okay. Well, there shouldn't be a problem with letting you in, then. Welcome to the Erebonian embassy. To remember that the embassy is Erebonian soil, so be careful, yeah? We will be. Olivier mag uns, von daher. Ich glaube, selbst wenn das Ding hier niederbrennen würden, der Olivier wird das schon könnte das für uns regeln. This is quite a building. Whoa, this place definitely matches the Calvardian embassy in terms of fanciness. Grandiose and yet powerful at the same time. It's very imperial, if nothing else. It is a stage upon which the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, that the actors are unequal to the set dressing. You realize Lord Quaine would hit the roof if you heard you say that? Mueller. My most bosom companion. It has been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller? I would be better if I could cut you in half and be done with it. I told you again and again to ensure we're constantly aware of your location and you... but it's the tactic in the war of love. Did you know absence makes the heart grow fonder? Is that right? You have my thanks. I can only imagine the trouble this idiot's been causing you. Actually, he hasn't been too bad, I guess. He's been really well-mannered, comparatively. Well, ignoring the lunatic, I presume you have business here at the embassy. Yes, sir. We would like to speak to the ambassador. Estelle explained her desire to meet with the ambassador concerning the letter. That letter, right. I've been somewhat concerned myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from Brigadier General Bride and the Royal Army, I take it? Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know? Nobody's guilty till proven, that kind of thing. Commendable mindset. No doubt why he shows you. Very well, I shall introduce you to Lord Ambassador Quaine. I suspect you'll find it easier to gain his trust if I do the instructions as opposed to certain someone. Really? Thanks, Mueller. Yeah, thanks. Thank you, sir. Wait, you really have so little faith in me. You thought we had faith in you for this? You shouldn't have introduced that. We probably wanted to kick us out. I'm sorry, Olivier. The sting of being forsaken. The sting of the truth, maybe. Lord Quaine is in his office on the second floor. I shall go announce your arrival. Give me a moment. We'll wait then. Eine Frage ist, warum haben wir ihn in den 4 Erebonia-Spielen nie getroffen, diesen Ambassador? Hängt er die ganze Zeit weiter noch hier rum? Aber er wurde ja nicht erwähnt, wobei aber erwähnt wird, weiß ich nicht. Das ist einfach, was ich herausfinden kann, wenn ich die die Erebonia-Spiele nochmal neu spiele, nachdem ich alle anderen Spiele gespielt habe. Man kann halt eigentlich gar nicht anders als Mueller mögen. Mueller ist super. Good boy. Canelia. Die Canelia-Reihe? Nee, das ist das aus dem ersten, okay. Ich dachte, ich hab das, nee. Ich hab's verwechselt mit Crimson Roselia aus Cooking Cold Spielen. So this is the office, wow. Indeed. Shall we make our grand entrance and shock the ambassador into silence? Mueller can totally cut you in half, you know. Oh yeah, that's right, as Gil said. I apologize for the wait. Lord Quainay will see you now. Let's go then. Welcome to the Erebonian Embassy, guest. I am Lord the Devil Quainay, the duly appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land. I'm the bride of the Bracer Guild. Sin Vatek, also of the guild. I'm Chloe Wynn, second year student at Virginia's Royal Academy and assistant to the Bracers. And I am the servant of love and peace, Olivier Linheim. You. I'd heard you'd gone missing in Ammo Village. Try not to worry Mueller further, Olivier. For me, or me for that matter, such as strict dressing down. Much more I'd have to lose my jacket. Setting that aside, you are here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know? Okay, I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone in the Empire who might oppose the signing of a pact? My, you are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, that I can think of no such person. Nein? Also, ich sag mal so, mir fällt eine Person ein, die den Pakt wahrscheinlich vorantreibt aus Erebonia-Sicht, allerdings ein bisschen was anderes vorhat. Da fällt mir so einer ein. Seine Untergebenen natürlich alle, damit hätten wir so 5 bis 6 Leute, die stark genug sind, um uns auszulöschen, aber okay. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact, and no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to gainsay his leadership on such a matter, of course. Die Sache ist der Majesty of Erebonia wirklich hinter dem Pakt? Ich glaube, eher so ein gewisser Kanzler treibt da wahrscheinlich voran. Yeah, I bet. So, you think it's the work of someone outside the Empire then? What other answer could there be? If you want my opinion, it's the opposition party in Calvard. Behind all this, some silly ploy to make the president look bad, no doubt. Opposition doing whatever it pleases. This is a perfect example of the fallacies of mob rule. I have to question that, your lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head anytime they can, but even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Details. You think we mob things like this? Puh. All I can say for certain is that the person issuing these threats cannot be from our empire. That should be more than enough assurance for you. Well, excuse me, Lord Quainay. May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion of the non-aggression pact is? What? Flawless riposte, Chloe. Who? The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government, the Blood and Iron Chancellor, Gilius Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto, our nation's peace must be built on a foundation of blood and iron. He has overseen the expansion of the rail system, as well as the annexation of several smaller states on our borders through less than diplomatic means. Wait, you mean he... Olivier? How can you criticize your empire's chancellor? But devil, how was I criticizing? I simply stated the fact. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? You've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Kuchwain over at the Calvardian Embassy. She was quite helpful, you see. What? Why, if we don't help these people now, it will give them cause to doubt the character of Erebonia. That would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree? My Lord Quainay, there's no need to keep information related to this hidden. May I humbly suggest that being open in this case will not present a problem? You have a point, Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Mr. Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most receptive to this pact. In fact, I hear it's actually the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it. Ich wusste es. Really? That's because he's looking forward to get the engine then, right? No. Apparently he recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad there's harmony at home over this pact. There's been no pressure for us to negotiate. Hate to say it, Estelle, but it's looking like there really isn't any chance it's someone from the Empire. Yeah, look that way. Ambassadors, thanks a lot for answering our questions. See, it is as I said. If you're looking for the guilty party, you should look elsewhere. Oh, but one sec. If you don't mind, we have one more question. It's the last Lord Quainer about rent parent. Yes, the most pitiable situation, separation of a child from a parent. Imperial traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Crossbar? I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with the tales, Mueller? No, I've never heard of a man either. Really? Aw. This is starting to look kinda grim. Search at once for both the blackmail and the lost child's parents. Sounds most trying. It may seem tried, but I do wish you luck, young lady. Thanks, Mr. Lord Quainer. Allow me to show you to the gate, then. Yes, definitiv. Ich bin mir ziemlich sicher, er gehört... Oh, hi Mueller, willkommen. Er gehört sowas von zu der schlechten Seite der Nobility in Erebonia. Mag ich nicht. Ich glaube, ich kann gut vorstellen, dass er im zweiten, in Cold Gear 2 nicht auf unserer Seite gestanden hätte. Thank you. Talking with the ambassador was a big help. No, you don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nations. We should be working together. Indeed. I do hope we can solve this. Olivia, you're awfully quiet. Nothing. I was simply lost in reverie for a moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind. Okay. Olivia, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're here in Gransel, yes? Well, I would not miss the chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed as always. What? Oh my. Stop with the joke before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy flagpole. Oh, so that's the direction I should approach from. You teach me more every day. Alternative. I should just cut you in half right here. I'm fairly sure I could explain to Lord Quainer. That would be rather less lovely. Forgive the joke, my friend. So that's how you keep Olivia under control? Maybe I should write this down. Let's say they match each other perfectly myself. That's a terrifying thought. Well, regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation. Thank you again, Mueller. The embassy's also out of the way. All that's left is the liberal news. Hopefully Niall or someone will be able to help us. Hopefully shall be off. Ja, und ganze Castle auch noch, aber... Gut. Ganze Castle wäre ich sowieso als letztes hingegangen. Das ist natürlich der Negativpunkt, wenn man die ganze Zeit immer auf, wenn man die Karte zum Navigieren benutzt. Man läuft da ganz gerne mal in Leute rein. Da ist kein Niall. Niall? Editor Chief? Okay, wir müssen also doch zuerst... So viel dann dazu, zuletzt ins Schloss zu gehen. say, you're the winners of the martial arts competition, right? Haha, yeah, that does. Thank you for your help back then. Hey, no worries. What brings you here today? If you're here to see someone, that can certainly be arranged. Or did you just want to have a walk around the palace? That's okay too. I'm here on basic business today. Which is to say, hello Dan, Lutz, it's been a while. Your Highness, Princess Claudia, we're not aware you'd returned. Haha, sorry to startle you two, I'm afraid I'm here on business though. Instead, I have some things in the castle to attend to. Could you let us pass, please? Of course, Your Highness. By your command, milady. Wow. Only slightly popular, isn't she? Think I'm starting to get why that you guys so jealous? Now entering ladies Chloe and Estelle and her entourage. Open the gate. Please come in. Thank you, you two. Well, Estelle, welcome back to my house, as it were. Come on in. Thanks. Okay, time to nose around the castle a bit. So obviously we should talk to Queen Alicia, both to ask about the letter and just say hi, but let's see, who else? Julia's gone, right? Yeah, she couldn't get late in photos, everything, the refitting of ERC. Well, it's going to make things a bit hard on us. He probably can't give us a lot of help with this mess. Who else could we confer with, I guess? The headmaid? With Julia absent, I think our best bet is Hilda, at least concerning Rent's parents. If the Haywards have ever visited the castle, she would know. Yeah, Hilda's kinda seems to have some sort of castle sense about these things. Where would we find them, you think? Grandmother should be in her chambers at this hour. And Hilda, if she's in the maid's room, then they can tell us where she is at least. Good idea. Maid's room and the Queen's chambers. Off we go. Here. This is... Aber wo ist denn die Library? Ja, hier nicht logischerweise, aber... Was hier? Ah, ne, hier ist das Ding, okay. Küche, was ist denn hier unten? Ah! Hier ist das, okay. Ah, ich verstehe. Library ist dann wahrscheinlich irgendwo... Ja gut, hier sind Gästeräume. Ah, da ist er. Princess Claudia and Mrs. Estelle too. Hello Hilda, I'm sorry if I startled you, but I just got back. Hi Hilda, sorry I've been out of touch. It's quite alright, I'm glad to see you well. I understand the princess has been assisting you, Estelle. I'm very glad to see the two of you home safe. Aw, Hilda. You're embarrassing Estelle, Hilda. Speaking of helping Estelle though, I've returned partially to inquire about something the guild is investigating. Could we ask you a few questions, Hilda? If I can be of assistance, ask me anything. I think there may be a few too many onlookers to speak here, however. Let us borrow a guest room. Yes, I see. You're attending to the investigation of that letter we received then. I take it you want to know if I have any idea who the sender might be. That's it exactly. We're investigating all the locations that received letters to see if we can ferret out some clues. Well, firstly, thank you for your efforts. Just receiving this letter was unsettling. I'm afraid I can be a little late in naming suspects, however. The only thing I can say with confidence is that it is not the work of anyone in this castle. Yeah, we kind of figured that one. Who was the letter he addressed to, out of curiosity? No less the person than Her Majesty herself. I check all letters addressed to the Queen, so I know the contents of a letter. Believe me, if I could lay hands on the rude fool who wrote that... Oh, pardon me. I was wondering, were there any suspicious letters delivered to the castle recently? One critical of a royal decision, for example? Oh, well, Hilda, please help us for my sake, if no one else's. We need as much information as we can in order to make a judgment. Very well. There have been several letters delivered with no indication as to their senders. They were not particularly critical of royal decisions per se, but were largely petitioned to reduce or annul Colonel Richard's sentence. I suspect at least some are from citizens of Granzel, but the rest I cannot be sure. People want Colonel Richard freed. No less than expected of a man who once strove to be my rival. Popularity endures even after its capture and shaming. The colonel was very skilled and competent, and everyone knows that. It isn't unusual at all to see people regret losing him. I would personally bet on those letters not being related to our little threat. Requesting something of a royal hand is one thing, trying to force it to do something is a whole different thing altogether. But still, even knowing the letters exist helps. Oh, one more thing, Hilda. I want to ask about something else. Estelle asked Hilda about the Haywards. Harold Hayward, a trader from Crossbell. Yes, I remember him. Say what? Is he an acquaintance of yours, Hilda? Not as such. He asked for a tour of the castle interior a few days ago. It happened to be otherwise unoccupied, so I showed him around. His wife and daughter were with him as well. Really? Hey. Alas, this provides us with little clue as to where the Haywards may have gone. Yes, my apologies. There was something that bothered me, however. What would that be? The child greatly enjoyed the tour, however. The parents felt as though they were barely even present throughout the entire thing. They seemed even tempered and normal enough when they spoke to me, but when combined with your story, I wonder if they were under strain. Not able to pay attention after coming to see a place as a tourist. Sounds like something was on their minds, alright? Yes, it seemed likely they were in some kind of trouble even then. This may give us a clue as to where they went. Thank you very much, Hilda. I think this gave us some good leads. I'm glad I could be of help. Oh, Princess, you'll be staying here in the castle tonight, I trust? If your friends lack accommodations? Oh, well, I had intended to stay here a while in Granzel, yes, but, you know. Well, how about it, everyone? How you forget. They are expecting me at a pest at the embassy tonight, and I can hardly disappoint. I do appreciate the offer, however. Yeah, and I've got what basically a permanent room at the Calvardian embassy. Thanks, but I think I've got to decline this time. I should probably ask Cheryl and Tita before committing to anything. We've got Ren too. That's true. It's not like she lost the castle. I shall keep the rooms ready in case you wish to stay. Thanks, Hilda. Thank you, Hilda. Not at all. I must return to the maid quarters. Please let me know if you need anything else. If you'll pardon me. Okay, so we still need to meet with the Queen. She should be in her chambers, right? Yes, I'd be surprised she isn't. Let us not keep her waiting then. Let's go. Queen Alicia, wo bist du?